I overheard my girlfriend tell her colleague, "I'm just killing time with him." While I was paying our celebration dinner, I put my card away, paid only my share, and walked out. Days later, her career circle learned the truth, and I keep replaying everything and questioning if I overreacted. My girlfriend Lauren and I have been together almost 11 months. We met through mutual friends last January at a Super Bowl party. She works in PR at this competitive agency downtown, handles major client campaigns, always networking. I manage operations for a mid-size logistics company. Nothing glamorous on my end, but stable, good benefits, $68,000 a year salary. From the outside, we looked solid. Regular dinners, shared routines, no drama. I thought we were building something real. My last relationship was chaos, constant fighting, so this felt mature, adult, like we were finally doing it right. But there were small things I kept explaining away. At industry events, she introduced me by just my name, never as her boyfriend. If someone asked how long we had been together, she would give vague answers and change subjects. Her Instagram had maybe 2 photos with me in a year, always group shots, never just us. When I brought up moving in together after month 8, she smiled and said we should not rush things, let it develop naturally. I told myself she was just private, career-focused. Not everyone broadcasts their relationship online. I was being mature by not pressuring her. 3 nights ago, Lauren closed a massive campaign at work, career-defining stuff, a 6-figure account she had been chasing for months. She was ecstatic, said we should celebrate somewhere nice. I booked Meridian on 5th, this rooftop place with a killer skyline view, $100 per person minimum, jazz trio playing, candlelight, white tablecloths, the whole setup. The dinner was great. She was relaxed, affectionate in a way she usually was not in public. We split a bottle of Pinot Noir, talked about her next projects, my potential promotion to senior operations manager. It felt like maybe we were finally moving forward together. Near the end, I got up to settle the bill at the bar. The restaurant was one of those open layouts where you could see the whole space. While waiting for the check, I saw Lauren stand up and walk toward the restrooms. Then she stopped to talk to someone. A guy in an expensive suit, probably late 30s, gray hair at the temples. I recognized him from her company events, some senior director type named Eric. The acoustics carried voices. I heard her clearly. He asked how things were going, made some comment about seeing us together. Lauren laughed, that easy, unguarded laugh she rarely used around me. Then she said, and I will never forget the exact words because they just hung there in the air like smoke. He is not who I would end up with. He is just stable, safe, someone I can breathe with until something better comes along. No hesitation, no malice, just honest. Like she was describing a placeholder. I stood there with my credit card in my hand, staring at the bartender, and everything clicked into place. The vague introductions, the deflected future conversations, the careful distance she maintained. I was not her partner. I was her waiting room. The bartender asked if I was ready to close out. I said I would only be covering my portion. $82. Handed him my card, signed quickly, walked back to the table. Lauren was checking her phone, smiling at something. She looked up when I put on my jacket. You okay? You look weird. I kept my voice level. I am heading out early. Something came up. What? We just ordered dessert. The chocolate thing you wanted. What happened? You should stay. Enjoy your celebration. I left. No scene, no confrontation. Got in my car and drove the 20 minutes home in complete silence. Within an hour, my phone started blowing up. 14 texts. She was confused, worried, asking what she did wrong. I did not respond that night. I needed to think clearly. The next morning, I texted, "We need to talk, but not right now. I need space." That was 2 days ago. She has called 17 times, left 6 voicemails. Mutual friends are texting, asking what happened, saying Lauren is a wreck, completely confused about why I disappeared. Here is what I learned from one of those friends, Sarah Mendez, who I have known since college and trust completely. Apparently, Lauren has been describing me as her safe option for weeks, maybe months. Not just to that director Eric, but to multiple colleagues and friends over lunch, over drinks, in casual conversations. Sarah said Lauren never thought I would find out because she assumed I somehow understood the arrangement we had. Like I had agreed to be the reliable backup plan while she figured out what she really wanted long term. The worst part? Lauren does not think she did anything wrong. According to Sarah, Lauren told her she was just being honest about her process, that modern relationships are about keeping options open until you are certain. So here I am. Part of me thinks I should have confronted her right there in the restaurant. Part of me thinks I should at least hear her out. But another part of me, the part that feels suddenly clear for the first time in months, knows exactly what I heard and what it meant. Am I wrong for just walking away? Should I give her a chance to explain? Or did I just save myself from wasting more time being someone's safe option? Update 1. After I posted, I responded to Lauren. Not with explanations, just agreed to meet. I picked Grind Coffee on West 23rd, neutral ground, daytime, public. Told her we would talk once, and that would be it. She showed up 15 minutes early. I could see her through the window when I arrived, already sitting at a corner table, phone in hand, leg bouncing nervously. When I walked in at exactly 2 o'clock, she stood up immediately, started talking before I even sat down. Lucas, I have been losing my mind. I do not understand what happened. What did I do? I ordered coffee first, made her wait. When I sat down, I kept my voice calm. At Meridian, you talked to someone from your company. You told him I was your safe option, that I was not who you would end up with. Her face changed. That was just girl talk, venting. It did not mean anything. You have been telling multiple people this, Sarah told me. Her expression shifted. She leaned forward. I was processing my feelings. That is what people do. They talk through things with friends. You called me a placeholder. I called you stable, which you are. That is a good thing. You are reliable. You are there. After everything I have dealt with, that matters. But I am not the one you actually want. Silence. When she answered, her voice was quieter. I do not know what I want yet. I am building a career. I am allowed to figure things out, and I am allowed to not be part of your figuring out process. She looked surprised. What does that mean? It means I am done. You are breaking up with me because I was honest with a friend. I am breaking up with you because I finally heard how you actually see me. She tried pleading. Lucas, every relationship has doubts. You are acting like I cheated. I stayed calm. You did not cheat. You just made it clear I was never really chosen. She softened her voice. I care about you. You know that. We have had good times. You are important to me, as a safety net. Her face hardened. You know what? Maybe I was right. Maybe you are too safe. Because the Lucas I thought I knew would not just walk away from almost a year together over one offhand comment. And there it was. The truth underneath the apologies. I stood up, left cash for my coffee. That is the thing, Lauren. You were right about me being safe. I was. But you misunderstood what that meant. It did not mean I would stay somewhere I was not valued. It meant I would not waste time fighting for someone who was keeping me as a backup plan. I walked toward the door. She called after me. So that is it? You are just done? You do not even want to try? I turned back one last time. I do not need to try. I already heard everything I needed to hear. Then I left. For real this time. What I did not tell her, what I found out later that same afternoon, made everything so much clearer. Remember that director she was talking to at the restaurant? Eric Vaughn, vice president of client relations at her agency. 42 years old, divorced 3 years ago, drives a black Tesla Model S, owns a condo in Tribeca worth at least $2 million. Sarah filled me in after I texted asking questions. Apparently Lauren has been very strategic about positioning herself near him for the past 4 months. Lots of after-work networking events, staying late at the office when she knows he is around, attending his presentations even when they are not required, always finding reasons to collaborate on projects. Sarah also told me Lauren has had lunch with 2 other guys from her industry network in the past 6 weeks alone. Both times she mentioned it casually to friends as keeping her options open professionally and personally. She called it smart dating strategy. Exploring what is out there while maintaining a stable foundation. That stable foundation was me. Update 2. You were right. The coffee shop conversation was just the beginning. Things escalated in ways I did not see coming, and honestly, I am still processing it. After the coffee shop, I thought it was over. Clean break, no drama. But Lauren was not done. The next day, I started getting texts from people I had not heard from in months. Old college friends, former co-workers, even my cousin Rachel in Seattle, who I talk to maybe twice a year. All saying the same thing. Hey, is everything okay? Heard you and Lauren split. She is really torn up about it. What happened? Lauren had posted on Instagram, not a direct statement about the breakup, but one of those aesthetic quote graphics with a long, heartfelt caption underneath. Something about how sometimes the people you love most do not fight for you when things get hard. How modern dating has made everyone disposable and commitment phobic. How she was learning to value herself even when others could not see her worth or appreciate her patience. Comments flooded in within hours. Over 100 supportive messages. Her friends, her colleagues, people I had met at her events, even some I did not recognize. All rallying around her. Poor Lauren. You deserve so much better. His loss. You are too good for someone who gives up that easily. Stay strong, girl. I was prepared to let it go. But then something changed everything. 2 weeks after our breakup, our mutual friend Mike invited me to his birthday party. Lauren had told him it was fine if I showed up, that she was mature enough to handle being in the same space. I almost said no, but I was not letting her control my social life. So I went. The party was at a bar in Chelsea. Lauren was already there, center of a group. She saw me walk in. Our eyes met briefly. Then she looked away. I grabbed a drink, stayed on the opposite side. For an hour, it was fine. We were two adults keeping distance. Then Eric Vaughn showed up. I recognized him from Lauren's events. Expensive suit, carefully maintained stubble. He walked straight to her group, and her face lit up in a way I had not seen in months. She touched his arm, laughed, leaned in close. They were not hiding it. This was a performance. Mike noticed. Came over. That is brutal. You okay? I shrugged. It is what it is. Then I overheard 2 women behind me from Lauren's agency, talking loud enough to be heard. She moved fast, one said. Was not it like 2 weeks ago? The other laughed. Please. Eric has been her target since January. This was always the plan. I did not turn around. I mean, good for her. But did you see her Instagram? Acting heartbroken? Total performance. She told me last month she was waiting for the right moment to upgrade. They moved away. Other people had heard too. I saw heads turn, glances exchanged. Her narrative was cracking. Later, around 11, Lauren came over. Eric was at the bar. You came. I was not sure you would. I kept my eyes forward. Mike invited me. Pause. Then, I wanted to apologize properly. I handled things badly. I looked at her. You posted on Instagram that I gave up on you. I was hurt. I was processing. By making me the villain? She touched my arm. I should not have done that. I was angry. I am sorry. The apology felt practiced. I pulled back. Lauren, why are you really talking to me? Eric is watching. She glanced over. This is not about him. Is not it? She lowered her voice. Then she said it. I thought you understood your role. I stared at her. What role? She lowered her voice. You were supposed to be the stable one, the one who did not make demands, who let me figure things out at my own pace. That was the whole point. The point of what? Of us. Of what we were doing. I felt this strange calm settle over me. You thought I agreed to be a placeholder. I thought you understood how these things work. You date, you keep your options open, and eventually you figure out what fits. And I was just supposed to wait while you figured that out? You were supposed to be okay with it. Behind her, I could see Eric heading back toward her group. I finished my beer, set it down. I was never okay with it, Lauren. I just did not know that was the deal. She looked frustrated now. So what? You just walk away? You do not even try to understand where I was coming from? I understand perfectly. You wanted someone reliable while you shopped around. And I stopped shopping. Before she could respond, Eric appeared, hand on her lower back. Everything good here? Lauren smiled up at him. Perfectly fine. Just catching up with an old friend. Old friend. Not ex-boyfriend. Not someone she had been with for almost a year. Just an old friend. I nodded at Eric. Congrats on the new position, by the way. Heard it is a big move for you. Lauren's face went tight. How did you? Sarah mentioned it. Said you have been working really hard on that transition. Eric looked between us, sensing something off. Well, we should get back. People are waiting. They walked away. Lauren did not look back. What Lauren did not know, what I found out the next morning, was that the two women I had heard talking, one of them was Eric's ex-wife's best friend, and she had heard the whole conversation between me and Lauren. By noon the next day, half of Lauren's professional circle knew the real story, not the Instagram version, the actual truth. Her carefully built narrative collapsed in less than 24 hours. Update 3. It has been 2.5 months. I did not plan to update again, but something happened last week that felt like the final piece, so here we are. First, my life now. I took that promotion. Better salary, better hours, a team I like. Work has been good distraction. I started going to the gym consistently, taking care of myself properly. 5 weeks ago, I met someone. Hannah, 33, urban planner for the city. We met at a community board meeting. My company was presenting a proposal. She was on the review committee. After the meeting, we talked for an hour about zoning and traffic patterns. She was sharp, funny, asked real questions. I waited until the professional context was wrapped up, then asked for her number. We got coffee, then dinner. It has been refreshingly straightforward. When I asked where she saw this going, she said, I do not date people I am unsure about. If I am spending time with you, it is because I choose to be here. That clarity felt like cold water after months in fog. Things with Lauren went quiet for 6 weeks. Then last Tuesday, I got a LinkedIn message. Hey Lucas, I know this is random, but I have been thinking about you. Would love to catch up. Coffee, my treat. I showed Hannah. We were making dinner at her place. What do you think? She read it, handed it back. What do you want to do? I do not know. Part of me is curious. If you need closure, go. But if you are already closed, do not reopen it. I thought for 2 days, then responded, sure. When works. We met yesterday. Same coffee shop. Lauren looked different, thinner, hair cut short, very polished. She hugged me. I was not expecting that. Thanks for meeting me. I was not sure you would. We sat. She ordered something complicated. I got black coffee. She started with small talk. Asked about work, family. I kept answers brief. Finally, she got to it. I wanted to apologize. Really apologize. I have been doing a lot of thinking. I realize how badly I handled everything. You deserved better. I nodded. Okay. Thank you. She looked like she expected more. When I did not offer anything, she continued. I also wanted you to know things with Eric did not work out. We dated for 6 weeks, then it fizzled. He was not what I thought. I am sorry to hear that. She laughed, hollow. Are you though? I did not answer. She leaned forward. The truth is, I think I made a mistake. A big one. You were right about things. I was not ready. I was too focused on what I thought I wanted instead of appreciating what I had. I sipped my coffee. What are you saying? I am saying I miss you. I miss us. I thought I wanted excitement and status, but I was wrong. What we had was real. There it was. Can I ask you something? Of course. Why now? She looked uncomfortable. I told you. I have been thinking, Lauren, why now? She broke eye contact. Things have been hard. Work is stressful. Eric introduced me to colleagues and it did not go well. Office politics. I guess I realized what I gave up. So you are here because things did not work out. She reached for my hand. I pulled back. I am here because I realized you were right all along. I was too stupid to see it. I looked at her for a long moment. Lauren, you were not stupid. You were honest. You told me exactly what I was to you. A safe option. Someone to keep around while you looked for better. The only mistake you made was saying it where I could hear it. That is not fair. is not it. You miss me because the exciting option did not work. You are not here because you chose me. You are here because I am still the safe option, and now you are ready to settle. Her face went red. That is not what I am saying. Then what are you saying? She tried to recover. I am saying I was wrong, that I want another chance. I shook my head. You do not want another chance. You want the same arrangement under a different label, and I am not interested. I stood up, left cash for my coffee. Lucas, I hope you find what you are looking for, but it is not going to be me. She looked up. You have moved on. Yeah, I have. Someone new? I did not answer. Just put on my jacket. She tried once more. You changed. I stopped at the door, looked back. No, I just stopped standing in the wrong place. I walked out. This morning, Sarah texted. Apparently Lauren has been telling people I broke her heart twice, that I am the one who got away. But here is the thing about being someone's safe option. When you finally walk away, you do not feel angry. You just feel clear. Like you spent months looking through foggy glass and someone finally wiped it clean.